You know what? I love when Franny Gerthofer comes here from the Hilton Head Humane Association. Do you need to even wonder why? She brought along 2 puppies for us on the Low Country Report. Hi, Franny.
Hi, how are you?
Great. These guys are adorable. Tell us their story, if you would.
2 girls. You are holding Money. I am holding Dollar. They're about 8 weeks old. Their mother is a Shar-Pei mix. She's going through heartworm treatment at our shelter. 2 good Samaritans going along Marshland Road saw the puppies separated from their mother in a pen, and the mother tied to a tree. So after a conversation with the people who lived there, they tried to assist in any way they could, but at the end of the conversation, they ended up paying $800 for the mother dog and the 6 puppies, and they immediately brought them to our shelter where we put them together so that as they should be. And then just got done weaning the puppies from the mother, and the puppies are ready for adoption, and therefore the names are all about money.
Mine's asleep now, Franny.
I know, they're just wonderful.
Money's
but
asleep.
these 2 gentlemen were just fantastic, and you know, at the end of the day, it was a great thing to do, and 1 has already been adopted. They've just gone out for adoption, so we're hoping the remaining 5 find a home this week, and when the mother is finished with heartworm treatment, you know, to find a good home for her as well.
Now, you mentioned that they had been separated from their mom, but the 2 Good Samaritans knew they were way too young to have had that happen, right?
Way too young. It's oftentimes very sad to see. Sometimes it can be about, you know, a mama dog having puppies and people not even knowing that she was pregnant to begin with, and then when the puppies come, not really sure what to do. So a lot of it can be about not being properly educated about the animals and folks trying to do the best that they can. So, you know, we always want to go that route, that it's more about trying to help somebody out in that type of situation than something like that was done on purpose.
Right. Well, speaking of being educated, educate us, if you would, about hurricane evacuation. We're in the season now. If we've got pets, what we need to have ready, or, you know, paperwork, whatever that we need in order to evacuate, and if we need to go to a shelter.
You know, the idea is to just have it all ready ahead of time as usual. You know, when that evacuation call comes in and, you know, we have to move, you know, there's a little bit of panic that sets in, and I think that if people have not been through an evacuation before and it's a first-time experience, it is a little bit unnerving, you know, especially since we've been so lucky over the years that we haven't had to evacuate. So again, you know, all the medical records, tags, we very much encourage people to microchip their animals in order to reunite in case they do get separated during an evacuation. But to have all that necessary paperwork, medication, food, carriers, all in place so that all you have to do is pick it up and go. And again, you know, if people need help with that, you know, we have the shelter will very, you know, readily offer any supplies that people need, and of course our thrift store, the litter box, same thing.
Oh, that's great to know. And the litter box really is a great place. We'll give them a little plug because I've been in there to look around, to do some shopping. I know one time I went in and they had a crate for people that crate train their dogs or whatever at a really reasonable price. But, you know, there's clothing, there are all kinds of things there.
Well, Bobby Hilton is our manager, and she just does a fantastic job there. And everybody, all the volunteers who work over there, I mean, they dedicate their time, and it's just wonderful. But you're right. We will accept anything to sell, and all the money goes to support the animals at the shelter. And of course, there's some great buys there, from furniture to appliances to clothing, again, for pet supplies such as crates, collars, leashes, you know, pretty much everything that you would want to find. I always encourage people, go to the thrift store first.
Sure.
And then try other stores later, but it's amazing how many things they have there.
Yeah. Now, you also need assistance, the shelter, in evacuating your animals, should we get a mandatory evacuation. You looking for volunteers to help with that?
All the time, all the time. And again, we provide everything that's necessary for the evacuation, but even if someone could take just one animal from us, it would go a long way, whether it be a cat or a dog or both, it doesn't matter. We are looking for volunteers to pick up an animal during a voluntary evacuation, and then if it's called off, you know, to bring the animal back to the shelter, or, you know, if they fall in love overnight, you can keep it as well. But to do that, to help us evacuate, we do have a lot of medically challenged animals that the shelter employees we'll evacuate. We do have actually a shelter, an evacuation shelter built in Bamberg, so we can evacuate the sick animals there. But again, the adoptable animals, if volunteers could help us get them out of the shelter, that would be fantastic. And right now, you know, we're looking good, but we have to look a little bit better as far as volunteers to help us, because you know, we've taken in so many, and they're in all the nooks and crannies at the shelter, so there's many to evacuate if they don't get adopted.
Right. I think that's a great idea. I didn't realize that you will even just assign one animal to someone.
One.
So if they can just swing by and pick up that one animal, as long as they've signed up, that's
Yep.
a huge help.
It'll make a world of difference for us. We'd be very much appreciative.
You still working on an addition over there, or?
Still working on our addition, which is why we have some animals kind of tucked away in places where we can find some room. We are expanding our kennel area for intake so that we can accommodate more dogs, and then we're also building additional cat adoption rooms. So we'll have 3 new cat adoption rooms, because right now we probably have over 100 cats ready for adoption, and you know, if we build the space, we would definitely fill it. So we're looking forward to that. Tom Peoples Construction is doing the construction for us. It's wonderful. It's working out very well, and it really should be available in November.
Great. Well, Franny Gerthofer, as always, it's great to have you on the Low Country Report, Executive Director of the Hilton Head Humane Association. Thank you for letting me show people the money.
Yes.
The money. Who was sleeping a little bit, but I've kind of woken. Is it a he or she?
They're
I
both
didn't look.
girls. Actually,
oh, okay.
we have 4 girls and a boy left.
All right. I really appreciate it, Franny,
Thank
and
you.
we look forward to seeing you again real soon.
Thank you.